Today I'm with my Starlink Mini roam. This is going to give me satellite internet access as I roam around, as in drive around. They claim it will go up to 100 miles per hour in a vehicle. It will still connect. Now, you're supposed to have this positioned like so. A lot of people put them on sunroofs and whatnot. My install is going to be a bit different. I don't want to put this in my windshield because it's kind of large and would create some blind spots for me, even on the passenger side. I don't have a sunroof, but I have a back passenger window that I'm hoping I can hook this to, and I'm hoping as long as I don't have intense tree coverage or canyons and whatnot, I can get internet. And then when I'm parked, I can take it off the window, pop it out, and I can put it up on my dash like so for more permanent internet. I don't want this install to be permanent because I will move this between vehicles, including the conversion van and other vehicles. And even frankly, if I go camping or something, I could use this. How am I going to power it? Well, it comes plugged. You're supposed to plug it into a standard outlet. They make USB chargers because this is a low power consumption model. But I'm going to be using my DJI Power 500, which is I think it's 1,000 watts. It might be even more, which is a big battery pack behind my driver's seat that I'll plug this into. And that gives me the ability to unplug things and take it with me. And on the flip side, that battery bank is being recharged by the vehicle as I drive. So let's give this a go and see how it works. Okay, so you don't get a whole lot in the box. You get the dish. This is about the size of a piece of paper. You get this if you want to do a pole mount. So basically this is gonna clip, I guess, like this, and you can mount it on a pole if that's what you fancy. I'm not going to be doing any pole mounts. You get the power brick here, this little guy, and you get a bunch of cable to power it. Plenty of cable actually to run, and I'm gonna need like 2 feet of this, so I'll just unclasp what I need. But this is great because if I stop and I need more space to run it. And then you get this, which I assume is probably for like aligning the satellites or something. And sorry, my hands, I promise they're not dirty. It's paint. I was painting with like a tar paint and it won't come off. I bought this on Amazon for 29 bucks. It's designed to go on a sunroof and then you suction it to a sunroof. I am gonna hope that I can actually do it like this against a window. Now before I mount it, I'm gonna go ahead and configure this. So let's go, I mean, there's literally like no instructions here, like literally nothing in the box besides this regulatory stuff, which is probably just talking about what the satellite's doing and what you don't want to do or might want to do, but it's like no actual, hey, here's how you hook up Starlink. So yeah, the first step is just downloading the Starlink app, which I'm doing now onto my Android. It's a 150 megabyte app. And then I think that's going to take you through this whole setup. Yeah, so once it's downloaded, you just click on Start Setup. So this is going to have a lot of glare, but you download the app, click Start Setup. And then it says Standard, Actuated, or Mini. I have the Starlink Mini. Click Confirm. Find a clear view of the sky. Your Starlink will need to be outdoors with a complete clear view of the sky to stay connected to satellites. Oh boy. Once Starlink gets online, we'll guide you to align it. Okay, so scan the entire sky. And it's like, as I spin it, it's basically counting down stuff. Here we go. Online gaming, frequent interruptions. Some maybe when I'm browsing web. Okay, well, that's why I'm setting it up. Find a central location. Okay, so then I'll take the end of this and it just plugs in right in here. I'm curious to see how much energy it's pulling. 12 to 13 watts is what this is pulling. Okay, it's plugged in. My Starlink is plugged in. Connect it to Wi-Fi. So you have to connect. It looks like it's broadcasting something called Starlink. Connect. But let's go back to the app here. And it looks like it is connecting. So you do want to say just stay connected. So your Starlink is connected to it. Next, get your Starlink connected to the internet and optimize your setup. So say continue. Starlink's going to determine which satellites provide the best connection. So I just have this thing propped up just like so. It's going to take a moment to find the best connection. Okay, it says online now with green. It's talking to satellites to determine which way it's pointing. So it is online, so fantastic. Let's let it keep talking. Okay, so it says Starlink connected. It may take a few minutes for the connection to stabilize. It will be stable after 12 hours. Okay. Most stable after 12 hours. And it's downloading a software update here. Sorry about the glare, I know. 30% downloading the update. Okay, so now I'm gonna say sign in. Please sign into your Starlink account, because up to this point I haven't even signed in yet, so I don't even think my service is activated. And you might be asking yourself, hey Jason, what does it cost? Well, I'm using the $50 a month plan, which gives me 50 gigabytes a month. Wi-Fi not configured, so let's configure the Wi-Fi. You set up a network name and you set up a password. So it is now connected. So I am now connected to Starlink. Let's do a speed test, should we? Start. 53 megabits a second down, 70, 71, 74. This is the download speed. It's cranking up now, look at that. 170, 180, 200, my goodness. It's impressive. My upload speed. And then this gizmo is it basically just sits like that. So I did it wrong. You have to take that plastic clamp off the back, the tilt stand that came with it. It just slides right off. And then that's how it's gonna sit. So that was user error. And you push it, and then you're supposed to be able to lock this down. Locked. Locked. Boy, it seems secure if you ask me. So I have it back in the window, and I go from like 150 to 17 megabits down and 7 megabits up, and then it says check the connection, it's failing. So clearly I don't have enough tilt with it like that. And I mean, this would be a common scenario. It just doesn't have enough depth and tilt. That's why everybody puts them through the sunroofs. I'm doing it now, and I'm getting great speeds. So maybe it had to do like an orientation or something, because those are the speeds I'm getting now, and it's in the absolute same location right there. 104 megabits. So I've drove around a little bit, and it's actually giving me 50, 60, 70 megabits per second down with it mounted right here on the window. And if it's pulling 22 watts, my 1,000 watt DJI device would theoretically last about 40 hours or so. and it's constantly getting recharged as I drive, so that's great. In the camper van, I have physical outlets, and that's obviously a non-issue. And then I like the window mount because I'm not taking up any dash space, which it probably wouldn't be safe to do. But when I park, I can throw it up on the roof, or I can throw it anywhere it gets a better signal. So that's what it looks like looking at the window. This mount seems really solid though. It's metal, doesn't seem too junky. These are the straps to tighten my cable up. It holds it nice and snug. For now, just testing. I'm gonna let this thing run and keep syncing. I'm gonna go cook dinner, then wanna come out and do a drive. Okay, so you can see here, I'm connected to jams.net. I'm gonna go to a parking lot and I'll show you as well, but let's go ahead and open up Google Chrome. My PSA here is do not do this when driving. Do not operate a laptop when driving. Focus on driving and be safe. 4.6 up. This is a bad satellite location and it still is working. Let's go to a YouTube and I'm gonna watch one of my videos, not because I want to, but I don't want any copyright claims or anything like that. So let's go ahead and pull up my channel. Jason with jams.net, cars, DIY, I got a website open, and today's a bit of a DIY this streaming project. I'm gonna put my windows up of these rechargeable batteries that I have, and we're gonna do a few things here. I'm gonna drive. Consciously made the decision to switch to Harbor. Let me turn this down. It's a little loud. Brand lineup of tools. Let's take a peek where I go. I have things. Now you'll have to take my word on the speed. Right now, intense tree cover. Above me, below me, above me, to the left, to the right. I'm going under heavy pine trees right now. Coming out of the pine trees. And you should start to see some sky open up here. Let's go. Now you either love the Harbor. Let's test again. Or you don't. $99. The YouTube video is still playing. Battery and charger, $99. Only one battery to start with the charger. But when you buy this, you get a free tool. So I got this little guy here. For you can kind of see I'm still in a bit of tree cover. Small, Harbor Freight, 20 volt, 1.4, 1.3 down in big thick canopy. I'm not going to be cutting big trees down, but I can get limbs pretty easy. Now remember, this YouTube video is playing because it, buffers, right? So it downloaded stuff, even though it might be hopping. Connection speeds. Now I'm on a little main road, and my connection speed is, I should have better connection speed, I would imagine. This video has not skipped a beat at all. Let's go back to internet speed, test again. I am going 30 miles per hour. Yeah, it's not top of the line, but I use this pole saw like 3 times a year to get some of the hedges and things that I can't. It seems to be sticking at that 1 megabit. I'll use it a bit on that bush there and some of the limbs, so I'm not using it anywhere crazy per se. Our weed eater that I got. You can see I got pretty much wide open sky here. This chainsaw is not great. The video never skipped a beat. It just keeps playing. Let's test again internet speed. It's slow. That's for sure. I'm going to turn the car around and face the proper direction here in a minute. But let's go back here. It's connected. Okay, so I just unboxed the $99 starter kit. This is the Bauer 20-volt lithium-ion. 78% successful pings. Let's do a speed test on their device and see what we get. So I'm gonna actually have it in a shelf back one. So I get better speed test on the Starlink device. 27 meg down. For whatever reason, the Google speed test does not match. Cell phone, 121 megs, but this is testing the actual Starlink device. My laptop's showing less than a meg here, which is interesting to me. I mean, it's like really chugging right now. I'm going 45 miles per hour roughly. My laptop's picked up speed as well. Now I'm like 5-6 megs on the laptop, where the Starlink device was saying 136 to 3. Let's run that again. As I've been driving, the connection's just getting better and better. Look at that, we're close to 100 megs a second. Over 100 megs a second now. I don't know if this thing just like, I don't really know how this technology works, but I feel like it must need to like just triangulate as you're moving or something. And I know you're going to get in better spots, but I don't know why it's saying offline on my phone. It's online. My app was being weird. It says it's obstructed, but I just got 101 megs down and 4 megs up with the Google speed test. Let's test again. Okay, so I'm back at home. I'm facing due south. It's an obstructed view, but it's online. And my speed is 6, 7, 3, 2. Facing south with an obstructive Starlink view. And that's the speed. So you saw a lot of variation as I was driving here today. Well, that's my test. That's all I got for you. I'm pleased with this right now. Tomorrow, I'm gonna be on a highway a lot more, and I'm gonna have higher expectations. If it doesn't do exactly what I want, the proper thing obviously would be to mount it. The only window I have in this truck will be right here on the dash up here, which I would consider if the quality is just really poor on the highway. On these Land Rovers, they have sunroofs. And on the camper van, it's a non-issue. I mean, I have a huge dash, and it's really designed when I am stopped in a parking lot. I like it mounted back here because I can easily take it off this window and throw it up on top when I park. Let me know what you think in the comments, and let me know if I've just completely lost my mind and wasting money. But I think for 50 bucks a month, cancel anytime. The device was 299 bucks on sale, so yes, I had to pay for that. But overall, gotta test it to know. This is Jason with jams.net, cars, DIY, and adventures. Give me a subscribe for all kinds of cool car-related projects, DIY projects, my car collection, and beyond. Have a great day.